How does the prize money, say, for World Cup work?
I don't actually know how far it goes to, but I know that first does not get at all near the amount that they should do.
Yeah.
I think first is like 3.5 grand.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Which is pretty mad considering how big those events are, because like you say, I know Rampage, people say it should be more, but I'm sure it's like 50 or 100 or something, is it? And then like Crankworx is like 25.
Yeah. I think it definitely should be higher, because when you think about it, we're like World Cups are the highest level of mountain, like of downhill racing. Yeah. And when you think about it, there's only 7 in the year, and that's literally why you ride your bike for like full on races. That's why you ride, is to do well at those 7 races, and the prize money is 3.5 grand. Yeah. It's just, so you expect people to go put their life on the line, go as fast as they possibly can. Like if you watch Amory and Louis can that ride, you know that they're going as fast as they can now. Like, and
like a mistake away from that.
Yeah, and then you just, the prize money is like 3.5 grand, and then you get like some other events like skiing where they've got way more World Cups and stuff, and the prize money is insane. And it's just like down, like UCI
it seems
could
to be
do a
that
bit
they've just
more.
like not really embraced it, because like Crankworx and stuff, that's a big part
yeah.
of like why those riders would come. And then it's like, it's obviously like you have the checks and stuff, whereas like in the World Cup, like you don't have any of that. No. It's like they just, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of skirt inside of it.
Like if you were a good racer, but you were also good at all the other stuff, like that's why I do all the Crankworx, because there is a lot more opportunity, because there's so, like Crankworx have done so well, because you get a good prize money at all the events. Like even for whip off, like even for whip off, I get like.
Yeah, how much did you get for winning whip off?
I think it was like $1 grand, I think, but that was just for doing a whip.
Yeah.
So
just having like a fun night and the beers with your mates.
I had fun for like an hour, just sending whips with Cade, and then I got $1 grand. Yeah. And then the others, they do a like 4-minute race run, like go so fast, and then they just get like a tiny bit more than that. It's just I think it should be a lot more, like a lot more than 3.5.
And I guess it's when it comes to like the male female like splitting prize money, in some ways downhill will be like, oh well, we're like really progressive because we pay the men and the women the same, but the reality, all they've done is just like pull the men down, rather than increase everyone.
Rather than increase both of them, they've like, and make it good for both, they've just gone real far down and just both of them at that point and be like, see what we've done.
Yeah. And it's like you said, you weren't sure like how far it goes down, because I know like in many sports, I'm pretty sure in Crankworx it's the same, like it will go, even though you hear of like the winner of the slopestyle getting 25k, I'm pretty sure if you come 8th or 10th, you'll still get like,
you still get a small
maybe like
bit,
I don't know, 1500 or 700, like, at least it's like something.
Yeah.
Because I guess like as like a privateer in downhill, it's super hard to just like,
I think you got to come at least top 30, I reckon, to get more than,
it's starting at like
more than 10 quid.
By the time you get sent to 30, I don't know, I'm not like, and I don't know how they distribute it. By the time you get to 30, it must be like, it must be like getting less than €100.
So our junior came 4th at Worlds, and I think he got £12.25. They gave him 25 coins.
Like a quarter euro.
Yeah, those little coins, and it's just like,
just in an envelope.
Yeah, just in an envelope, and there was like one, a £10 note, and then £2 coin, and then like I think it was like just some little coins, and it was just like,
that's like good. Really? That reminds me of like getting paid when I used to like work in that as a kitchen porter, like way back in the day, where you'd get like in a little envelope, and it would be like a couple of notes, and then you'd get paid in literally like coins. And
like he got it, and he was like, "There's, I might as well have not got it. It just feels worse than actually getting anything." But it definitely.
Got the check up on the big novelty check up on the wall that says £12.
Yeah, it's a massive.
£12.25.
£12. But yeah, it definitely could be a lot more, I reckon, because I saw a post about the skiing one, and I think after a World Cup she got like 450 something.
450,000 euros.
Did you see something like that?
I think so. Yeah, that's like from a few races or whatever. But that's how much they made it.
From a few races, but like that much from a few races, and then with all the races combined and downhill, like whatever, 3.5.
Yeah,
not that good, that much.
Yeah, like basically.
Yeah,
it's just, even if you had a perfect season,
even if you had
you're probably only going to make like just over what you would get if you say one slopestyle crankworks.
Yeah,
which is pretty mad.
Which is
because like it's pretty much like unheard of.
Yeah, and
to do something like that.
And for some of like realistically, only like the top 20 or maybe even 30 are making a living out of riding. This is what people don't know. It's only literally the top 30 who are making a living.
Yeah,
and then others,
it definitely seems to be like, I suppose it happens in other sports, but in theory, like the top tier of people within those other sports are potentially making so much money that like you can then step down and people will still be making a living.
Yeah.
But it does seem, from just speaking to folk, like you have like your top 15 or top 20, and it seems to almost be like a bit of a cliff edge.
Then it's just and then for them who are like, they still maybe get paid, but they're not like real, like doing amazing. Yeah. And then they rely on the prize money. But so you can do that with skiing, and like you could rely on the prize money because it's so big, and like with crankworks, because you can, like it still goes down to like 15th, I think it still goes down in crankworks. But at a World Cup, it's like even if you come 15th at a World Cup, which is amazing, it's not really, you get like 100
because to get 15th at World Cup these days is you have to be insanely good.
You have to be insane, and you have to have like a sick run. And then, you get like 100 quid. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, well, my entry was like, my entry was like that much.
Yeah, I don't even really think of like entry fees as a thing. But